32-28 edge of shots on goal. Both teams 1 for 6 on the power play. Head coach Guy Gadowsky, opening statement.
Mises line got us going with Schoner and Katz. They did an awesome job. They did an awesome job all night getting us momentum, and that's something that we've been craving, and they did a great job for us tonight. Big part of the win.
Coach, you were upset last night after the win, 3-2. Didn't feel like your team flew around a lot in that first period. Specifically, Dane Dowiak forced 2 penalties early on, kind of gave your team a little bit of a spark early on. What did you think about, his performance in that regard and just your team's faster play today? Do you think it was better or worse?
I think I thought we came out well, and in fact, I thought we had really good chances, and a couple of those go in, and it's not much different game. Give Stonehill a lot of credit. I thought they played hard throughout the entire weekend, and when it looked like we were going and getting chances, they stayed with it. I think we got up 2, and then they scored 1 to get back. But you know what? It's not quite the high octane that we would like to see here. But all in all, it was a better effort from top to bottom.
Coach, you mentioned yesterday that you wanted the team to get ready for Ohio State and get up to par. Do you feel that they're there yet going after today's game? I know you didn't feel that way yesterday, but
no, I think we have work to do. But I think that our sense of urgency from the start was better, and 1 step at a time.
You mentioned yesterday after they scored the 2 goals in 24 seconds that your bench was frustrated.
Yeah.
They scored again to pull one back, had a couple of chances, but then JJ answered with the 3rd goal. Did you think that the response was better from the team tonight?
Yes, we did have some areas where we still got a little bit frustrated, but not to the point of yesterday. So, like I said, step by step, maybe we're learning.
Guy, it seems that the defense tonight kept Stonehill on some low percentage shots. Your team is in the bottom 20 in the country on shots on goal allowed. Do you feel the defense has improved tonight, and do you feel it's where it needs to be going into Big Ten schedule?
Bottom 20.
You were 18th from the bottom, giving up 33 shots on goal a game entering tonight. You gave up 28 tonight.
So it's not just shots on goal, it's the chances that are important as well. Shots are too, believe me, that's something shots create rebounds and retrievals, so that's something that we absolutely chart and believe in. But I don't feel like we gave up a ton. I know Kevin had to make a couple really good saves, but not a ton. So I didn't feel like we were allowing a lot. That being said, I think how many power plays do they have? It was quite a So that's a factor as well, and I'm not sure how many shots they had out of them, but that's a bit of a factor. So we're not where we want to be defensively, but I don't think that it's not like we're not going to clean the slate and start again. I think we're doing a decent job, but we can get better at what we do.
Gotcha.
Coach, now that you've seen the goaltending tandem in a couple series, going into Big Ten play, are you ready to name a starter? Are you going to continue the tandem?
I'm not ready. Our goaltending coach, Juliano Pagliaro, might have something to say about that, but I thought this is what you want. You want 2 goaltenders that your team has a ton of confidence in, and that's really important for a lot of reasons, and that's what we definitely have. So who's starting on Thursday night in Ohio State? I'm not sure, but either one, I know we're going to have a lot of confidence in them.
Coach, Gavin McKenna had his best weekend as a Nittany Lion, 4 points on the weekend. Do you think he's where he's supposed to be at right now? And what do you see from him going into Big Ten play?
Gav's getting better and better. We learn something new about him almost every week. You learn that he's extremely, 1 week you learn about his edges, another week you learn about his backhand side of his stick is unbelievable. We've seen his shot. I knew he had a good shot. He actually has a great shot. We saw that. I think today we learned he knew the rules on the offside right away. He knew exactly what the referees were looking at, exactly that the goal was going to be good. I mean, he knows this game inside and out. So we learn something new about him every week, and I think he's just going to get better and better and better.
And do you think that him working with different people on his line, especially at that centerman spot, helps him kind of ease into where he's at right now, putting new guys on that line?
No, I wouldn't say that. That's not by design. I really wish we found some really, it'd be nice if we found definitive chemistry. And there's a number of things to look at, though. It's not just offensive chemistry, there's other things to look at, so. No, I mean, I wish we were a little further along, to be honest with that, but it is what it is. It's nice to see that he's starting to score, and with Chuck's line doing what they are, and now Misa's line coming along, I mean, I think we feel pretty good.
Van Olm's goal tonight makes him the 11th player on your roster to score this season. What can you say about the depth of your team?
Yeah, sorry, what was the stat again you said?
His Van Olm's goal makes him the 11th player on the roster to score this season.
Yeah, well, happy for him. I mean, he's put in a position, he's not a natural centerman. Thought he did a good job. He won a couple big draws. You know, I think he can improve in that area as well, but his first game at center at college, and he worked really hard at it. He got rewarded with a goal. I give him a lot of credit.
I think this is the third game in a row that you've kept the defensive pairings the same. You had Jared have the goal off the assist from Jackson. Are you comfortable with these defensive pairings entering Big Ten play?
You know, we have a great defenseman in Carter Shade that was out due to injury that I'm hoping to get back, so I'm not sure how that's going to change things. I thought, yeah, that Smitty and Crespo showed some good synergy today. I thought actually Nolan Collins had an excellent weekend. So just keep going.
Coach, do you think heading into Big Ten play specifically, the physicality is where it needs to be? Because you're going to go on the road the next 2 weekends in places where it's going to be loud, it's going to be great environments. Do you think the physicality is where it needs to be right now?
Well, I think that no, but you learn really quick. Like, there is a little bit different in Big Ten play. There is. I think not only Big Ten hockey, I think Big Ten anything is a little bit different. It just is. And I think guys get caught up real quick. So if we're not, I don't think we're there 100% yet, but I think going on the road in the Big Ten will get them there pretty, you know, whether they like it or not.
Were you happy with what you saw of Shea Van Olm between Gavin and Aiden, and do you maybe want to keep them together again, or you still not made your mind up? Because I know you guys change lines every day.
Yeah, I was happy with what we saw in the offensive zone, and I give them a lot of, you know, all three of them credit because they're playing with a guy that's not a natural centerman. I think they did a good job covering up. Not sure what we're going to do moving forward.
Guy, Charlie is an amazing offensive forward, but in one of the underrated aspects is his ability to win faceoffs. This series, he won 30 of 39. I don't think you could win 30 of 39 in practice. Talk to me about how huge that is, and how can that be a cascading effect for the rest of the team?
Okay, so number one, it is huge, and especially that's something that we value a lot at a great level. And he has been excellent. He's a competitor. He's a bull. The other thing about that, though, is both Didi and JJ are awesome in the circle as well. So not every single puck that is won specifically by Chuck. A lot of them are won by his wingers, but JJ and Didi are both excellent. They're equally intense, and they're great. You know, you win faceoffs as a unit, and they do it as a trio. They do an amazing job. Chuck is great on his own, he is, but he also has a lot of help from those guys, and I think that's why they're so. They get the puck more. One of the reasons for their success offensively is they have the puck a lot, and it starts with faceoffs with them, and they're reliable in their D zone as well. It's huge for us. And you know, to your last point, yeah, I think that's an incredible example for our team because we want to get guys involved and get a lot of ice time. Well, one way to do it is to win draws.
Coach Nick Chindigray, speaking of faceoffs, has done an excellent job kind of stepping into a role that, you know, he wasn't in a lot last year. What can you say about him stepping into that role and just being an anchor with Keaton Peters out?
So exactly. Well, so that's what happened. We had a big hole with Keaton going down, and Chinner just came in and he stepped right in. And you know what? He's a great penalty killer. Chinner is he's a young guy, but I can tell you he's one of the best leaders we have. He's a captain on, you know, he's a championship guy and he's a championship captain. And you can see it. He does a lot more than just, you see how he kills penalties, you see how he wins draws, you see how he checks, but he's a great guy on the bench too. He's a winner and he's a leader. And you know, very disappointed to see Keaton go down, but you know, when one door closes, another opens, and Chinner has stepped right in. I give him a ton of credit.
Could we potentially see an A on his chest very soon?
I don't know about that. I think we have older guys that are equally doing a great job. That's the truth. But Chinner is, you know, you don't have to have a letter on your chest to be excellent leader. He is an excellent leader.
Guy,
If you were impressed with how calm Josh was yesterday after being scored on twice, what did you see from Kevin after being scored on twice today?
Well, actually, a little bit different for him. He actually was cramping up and handled himself extremely well. I thought he was calm. I thought he made a couple really big saves when he had to. And all in all, I thought the weekend for our goaltending was excellent. I thought it wasn't panicked. He was calm as well. Josh did a great job. I thought Kevin did an equally good job. And both of them made big saves when they had to. Yeah, feel pretty good about it right now.
Guy, you had 3 first period penalties, 6 overall. You entered tonight as the most penalized team in the country.
Yeah.
Where's that line of, emotion and discipline issues? And how do you correct it going into Big Ten play?
It's tough to correct it, and I don't know if you can correct it in a week. It's something that we have to address. Often we've been doing a really good job with PK. I know not one tonight, but we've been doing a really good job, and sometimes you rely on that a little bit too much. Nothing like going into Big Ten play with incredible. Every team has a lot of talent. Don't expect us to be able to. Every power play that we give up now is going to be a lot more dangerous, so to speak. I mean, they have a good one, but I think it's something we're concerned about, and we're feeling our way through. There is a line, like you mentioned, like you don't just we want to play aggressive. We always do.
Mhm.
We just have to find a way to walk that line a little better.
Couple more questions for Guy?
Coach Jackson Smith had 2 more assists today. He has 7 points now in 6 games. How transcendent has he been on offense for you?
Yeah, that's one of the areas that we really wanted to improve in the off season, and he's done a great job coming in. You can just see he's just such a gifted skater that he's able to move at high speed with his head up and make plays, and he's a big time talent.
Final question for Guy?
I'll shoot one. Is there one thing that you're really happy with in today's game? Because obviously
Yeah.
yesterday you won 2 plays, but is there one thing that you're really happy
Yeah, I'm really happy to get a sweep. If you look across college hockey right now, the changes in college hockey, specifically with CHL, there's a lot of great players now, and it's pushed everything up, and especially the bottom. And so you look at the scores last night, you look at the scores over the last few weeks. I mean, top teams are getting beat by unranked teams all the time, and anytime that you can sweep, it's a great thing. And we're thrilled with the sweep.
Thanks, Guy.
Thanks.
Thank
Have
you,
a good
Guy.
weekend.
Thank you.